Welcome to the Stock Market Daily News Podcast. It's Monday, November 9th, 2025. Let's dive into what shaped the markets last Friday so you can start your week on top of the latest moves. Major indexes closed mixed on the session. The S&P 500 dipped by nearly 0.25%. The Dow Jones saw a slight gain of 0.1%, and the Nasdaq underperformed, down nearly 0.5%. In today's episode, we'll break down a surprise tech pullback, a blue-chip earnings beat, fresh jobs data, and signals from the Federal Reserve that have Wall Street watching every word. First, let's talk tech. The semiconductor sector led decliners, with shares of NVIDIA sliding 3.2% to land near $474. The selloff followed a broader pullback in artificial intelligence stocks, triggered by soft guidance from several chipmakers. This puts investors on alert for more volatility, as enthusiasm for AI cooled with warnings about softer demand into next quarter. Meanwhile, Disney delivered a pleasant surprise after reporting better-than-expected earnings. Disney stock jumped over 5% to close at $92.70, driven by stronger streaming revenue and improved theme park attendance. The results reassured investors concerned about consumer spending, hinting at possible resilience in certain pockets of the economy. On the economic front, the October jobs report showed employers added 130,000 jobs, coming in just below expectations. While this slowed pace soothed fears of Fed rate hikes, it also raised questions about the strength of the recovery. The unemployment rate ticked up slightly to 4%, offering a mixed signal for markets, weighing the prospects of a so-called soft landing. Keeping with the macro picture, all eyes were on the Federal Reserve last week. Chair Powell's comments reiterated a wait-and-see approach, emphasizing data dependency but not ruling out further tightening if inflation reaccelerates. Investors largely saw this as dovish, with Treasury yields holding steady, though market sentiment remains cautious heading into the final stretch of the year. And finally, in the energy sector, crude oil prices slipped another 2%, hitting a 4-month low. Shares of ExxonMobil and Chevron each dropped over 1% as concerns over slowing demand outweighed recent supply cuts. For energy investors, this underscores ongoing pressure on sector earnings despite tight global inventories. Let's wrap up with those closing numbers. The S&P 500 finished just below 4,900, the Dow Jones held above 37,000, and the Nasdaq settled near 15,400. Key themes to watch: resilience in consumer sectors, shifting momentum in tech, and continued sensitivity to Fed commentary. This week, keep an eye out for CPI inflation data and more earnings from big retailers. Be sure to subscribe and follow for your daily market update. Thanks for tuning in to the Stock Market Daily News Podcast.